Hello everybody, welcome to my channel about whatever, and this is my series where I am tracking the... Fuck, I'm so tired. I got up earlier today, it's 4 a.m. so I can try to squeeze more time doing content. So this is... this is day 8 of managing 20 channels, and so starting with the main channel, the content is finally getting fed to the algorithm pretty good, at least this series. So I'm not really doing any thumbnails, just letting the AI choose it. So it's just what it is. But this is more informational than whatever. I'm not really looking to attract people. So like my goal here isn't to like view farm or get watch time farm or whatever. It's more about staying consistent and just posting about it. There's not really much going on here. So I guess the big thing to talk about first is my strategy going forward. I've kind of like nailed down a little strategy, and that is to simply what is it called? It's called down the list restart. And I may have mentioned this in my last video or whatever, but it's still the strategy I'm going for here. And essentially what it is you go down the list and then every day just reset, start at the top of the list. Because what was happening when I was trying to organize my, when I'm trying to do this, I would get all fed up about stuff down here, or like the order that I was getting things done, because I would do video for these randomly, you know what I'm saying? But then some of these videos I still don't have videos on yet. But so I'd get like kind of congested, anxious and stuff. I would get kind of rigged up. But then when I just created this strategy, just get done what you can get done. And then when the new day starts, you're a new man. So then what's been happening is that like one day trying this, I only got 4 videos. Then one day trying this, yesterday I got 5 videos, and then today I made adjustments to my daily schedule, i.e., getting up an hour earlier and going to bed half an hour earlier, so I can give myself an extra um, time to work, because I've noticed that in the morning I'm a lot more productive. So then I started to put my working hours in the YouTube first, and then go to work and then come home and then try to squeeze out whatever value I can from the channel. I'm hoping to get down to 10 today. So yeah, so I should try to speed this video up and keep the rambling down a little bit. So YouTube tips, let's just see what we got going on here. 1 view, I think that was me. It's kind of funny, but I think this is good. These don't get any subs, but I think when people do discover these videos, they're gonna see that there's a lot of value in them. I could polish them up and stuff like that, but I kind of look at the content that I'm making as well, I'm practicing to make it a better polished product with my commentary and stuff like that, and I'm using the metrics to measure whether I'm getting better or not. Because God damn it, if I am doing better, I will see it in the analytics. Um, Broke my train of thought here. Sorry. But I'm trying to look at content on the internet, like I've seen content, like if you look up YouTube tips and stuff like that, you see like sensationalized. And maybe I should save that for my YouTube tips, but essentially what I'm trying to make my content is like whole grain, so like good, um, polished, and I don't want to like do any of the. I feel like you got to work for it, just how like your body, you know what I mean? Your body has got to work for the carbohydrates, because if you just eat, because the thing you're going for in a complex carbohydrate is the simple sugar, and if you just get that sugar straight fed into your system, then your stomach turns pink. Like if you eat a spoonful of sugar, like refined sugar, it burns your stomach. So like too much of a good thing too fast can totally just fry your fucking senses. But like, so I think in a way that it's like, I feel like this is better for you, but whatever. That's that. I'll save that for YouTube tips. So one big thing that happened. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, sorry. I thought it pumped to 40 views itself. But one big thing I noticed is that like I was going about my Roblox channel, I think, the wrong way. And that was like, okay, so since it's an unverified channel, I should make it 15 minutes to get the maximum amount of view time potentially. But I realized that when I was ignoring analytics that I was getting from like my videos here. And if we look at this here, you got they're not even finishing the video. So they got out to 10% got out to 2 minutes here. So then I was like, why am I even bothering making it 15 minutes when this could be 5 3-minute videos, right? So I didn't like splice this up, but I said that going forward. And then when I immediately made that switch of just doing one game, people are, I feel like I'd be willing, like, especially say I'm at school and I'm at like a study hall or I'm on a lunch period, because that's how I'm feeling most players are, Roblox players. They're they're less, I feel like they're less willing, like people are less willing to give smaller creators a chance because they haven't proved their concept yet, which is understandable. Prove themselves by having a high sub count, because there's that whole popularity factor. When you see a person as a high sub count, then you immediately insinuate, or at least I do, you immediately assume that they're better. And maybe that should go on the fucking tips channel too. No. Okay, anyway. Screwed up my game. Anyway. But this worked out to a key. I made a little adjustment. And this is to against the people who are talking shit. Like, I'm making little adjustments, micro adjustments to small channels. Because, like, here's another reason why I'm doing 20 channels versus one channel. It wasn't enough feedback for me. I wasn't getting enough feedback. Like, I'd do one channel and I'd sit there and wait. And sometimes you got to be super patient, but I'm really impatient. But I can't force views, but I can force feedback by just increasing the volume I was working on stuff so that I can get because right now I'm in an obsessive stage of YouTube right now, and it's been just progressively getting more and more and more. Now that I'm finally like through that air, I've made little breakthroughs and made I've had videos with thousands of views, which it ain't nothing compared to the big thing, but for me it's monumental. So I made little breakthroughs, and then I'm like, okay, how the fuck did I do that? What was the things that worked? What was the things that didn't work? And then the obsession started going. So like, I need 20 channels because I need 20 fucking streams of feedback. Is it because it's a gaming channel? Is it a commentary? Is it because tutorials? Is it because the game just came out? Is it whatever? I needed 20 freaking. I want 20 feedback loops. And I'm not a normal person. Like, when it comes down to like doing work, I can do the same thing for 12 hours straight and not bat an eye. If everybody leaves me alone and lets me get in my grind, I can fucking get up. I could probably do it for 18 hours straight. I can do one thing. I operate a machine and it operates in 2-minute cycles, and I can do that for like 18 hours a fucking day, probably. I've never done it. Maybe I'll ask my boss if he'll let me try. I thought it would be kind of cool to do a 24-hour challenge where I would work 24 hours straight. But we'll see how that goes. That might be something I do. And I thought that'd be kind of a cool content to stream, just me going fucking 24 hours hard. Or a video where we like check me once an hour every hour for 24 hours. I thought that'd be a really fucking cool video, but I don't know if my boss would let me like do that. But that was like a cool piece of content that I thought I'd work on. But anyway, that being said, small adjustments, little different feedbacks just allows me to get better data on how to be a better YouTuber. We look at 7 days, my content for this for my 7 days beginner guide series pilot run. Like, my subs like this shit because you can see this very easily. I didn't get a lot of views on this, but let's check out the engagement here. 7 minutes 43-second fucking engagement, and I don't think I got fed too hard to the algorithm. Yeah, 344, 743, baby. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's some good fucking watch time. Those are some high quality viewers, and I really appreciate the 7 days community. They're really nice people. But yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This was like just a 30-minute episode, no editing, just me just straight shooting. But I mean, it came with practice on my commentary as well. Bible reading, still just chilling. Oh yeah, I did 5 videos today, but I realized that I shouldn't try to upload in the same day or as I'm working on the building inventory for it, because um, I can upload while I'm going to work today, and then that's passive time that's taking it or getting it done, and I don't have to worry about like throttling my bandwidth and stuff like that. Christian commentary, I'm pretty sure hasn't moved at all. Yep, this channel's still stuck. Yu-Gi-Oh guy, still stuck. I mean, like, whatever. I gotta do my I already got my idea ready for this one to get the next video done. Star Sky Beats, this song, whatever, you know what I'm saying? This is okay. The views, whatever. This is a fun channel, but also, like, the guy who's talking shit about me getting monetized off my music, my AI music, whatever. It's not even about the fact that I'm like the potentiality for monetization or not, and his resistance to the idea is also a good reason to do it because it's so new and exploratory, which means not a lot of other people maybe aren't doing it, or if it's perceived as harder to get done, then it's more worth it in my eyes because you're solving a problem. The problem would be, can AI music? The problem would be it is really hard for AI music channels to get monetized. And if you were to solve that problem, that is a very valuable piece of knowledge, skills, or whatever. So it's got a lot of problems. So if something has a lot of problems, I think people need to stop shying away, personally, from having that. Should go on the YouTube tips channel too. I need to write this shit down. Oh my god, I forgot what I fucking said. If something has a lot of problems, you have a lot of apro. The value comes from solving problems. I forgot the other things I was saying. Maybe okay, I recorded it so I can reference it back. So I'll reference it back and then make notes and then I'll have a decent YouTube tips video. So okay, see what I'm saying? Live feedback and live ideas, creativity, inspiration. It all comes from this struggle of trying to solve a massive problem. The massive problem being monetizing 20 channels as one person, a one man show while working a full time job and being a father. Like that's a massive problem. And if I can if I can solve 10% of that fucking problem, insane. Because you know what I mean? Like a 20x problem of people's normal problems. A lot of creators have problems with one channel. 20, I gotta write that down. That was good. 20x problem with 10% success. Greater than 1x problem. Because most people have the fucking still 200% better than one. Okay, but yeah, you could look at it that way. But anyway, maybe that's kind of a shitty note. But anyway, like it's just I believe in this. I'm getting confident behind this, and I guess that's the first person you got to convince when you're doing something is convincing yourself. But yeah, let's just move on. 40 nights. This is kind of dead. Everything down here. This is good that I didn't really. Oh my god, 18 views. Cool. Yeah. So my strategy: 1 minute, 18 views, one like. You know what I mean? And this is a tiny niche where nobody really played. Realm Royale was like a blink in humanity's history, and it was gone forever. And it's been a dead game for a while. And it's a minute, and 18 people decided to click on it because it was a minute long. No thumbnail. This is valuable information, I feel. Okay, so Ojama Garrett's OSRS, this is a big one, even though I have a fucking video ready for this. And man, like, I got some feedback from a guy, and I'm super excited for this, and I really am trying to stay disciplined because, the down the list reset. So I'm trying to stay disciplined. So I'm trying to deny myself because I feel I have a video that's ready to go, but I didn't have enough time to fucking finish it. I have like 5 more minutes on it. But like, if I fucking go back, if I go against my original plan, then I'm just hurting myself in the long run because then I'm gonna start chasing fantasies. Essentially, that's how I feel like. Like I'm gonna be a lot less disciplined if I just break my plan, my down the list restart. So I'm just trying to fucking have faith in the strategies, have faith in the plan, have faith in my faith in Jesus, man. I prayed about it, and that's what I'm fucking doing. And I'm no big secret that I'm a Christian over here, but I prayed about it, and I'm just like trying not to deviate just in case, just in the off chance that it is against God's will. Woo woo. I know I say this all the time. Woo woo warning, hippy dippy warning, but like that's kind of where I'm at here, and just following my gut and like following prayer and stuff like that. That's the only time I've been successful in life. So that's the only thing I'm gonna say about it. I'm not trying to push my religion, so just calm the fuck down. Um, everybody's got to chill about that shit. But anyway, just put the what's being like the what I'm seeing as an advantage from just sticking to my strategy and not breaking it is that like if I stick to a plan, it's not going to matter whether I feel good or feel bad. The important part of sticking to the plan is just sticking to the plan regardless of how you feel, because that's like that's better. I don't know how to describe that's better, but that's what all the fucking smart people say about plans and staying consistent and disciplined and all that other shit, is that you're not being swayed by your emotions. Oh, mastery over yourself. I guess that's a good thing. That's a good off the cuff way. It's a mastery of yourself. So yeah. Okay, I think that feels right. But anyway, so I'm just challenging myself to get down to 10 videos, and that's like been my fucking big goal because I got this big fucking fat video that needs to get dropped like immediately. But like I'm still fucking waiting, man. But yeah, the video I got going, like, well, I guess I can tell you guys here. It's like fucking the feedback I got is that like when people watch you, they're like immersed in your like the mirror neurons that work in your head. They're like they are you when they're watching your video. So that's part of like, oh my god, that's a good fucking content creation strategy too. People are you when they watch your video. When they watch me, they're only seeing the work and only I could see the reward. But they're only seeing the work. Right. So I mean, like that's a big one. Because okay, let me just quickly go into that here, so I have a first draft of it. But when they're watching me play RuneScape, for instance, they're seeing only the work, and they're like not getting a payoff from it. Me, I'm getting a payoff in my head because I think a little bit differently. That's what the guy told me in the whatever. He's like, most people that play RuneScape, when they watch RuneScape videos, they want to see the drop. They want to see the clue scroll. They want to see the big reward, and that's why they're watching. They want to see the big PvP kill, the PKers. They want to see the win. They want to be that because they want to be winners, because that's what they want. And then like when they're watching someone, that's kind of how the brain operates too. Is like you're imagining. That's why we go to see movies and shit. God, this is gold. Anyway, hopefully it's better in the second take. We go to movies and we like become the story. We leave. That's why the room gets dark. So and the screen's so big and why you have the surround sound and stuff is so that you can become the movie, become the story. And then if it's a good story, the thing that makes it good is that it's compelling and you want to be that. You want to be there. So then in my videos, no one wanted to be there because they're just seeing all the work. But for me, when I do work, I like the way my brain works is I jump in, but then in my brain it continues the story. The story doesn't stop. Like when you're watching a video and stuff like that, I hang on a story for so long, and I start seeing 100 steps down the road, 1,000 steps down the road. Like, what does this become? What is this? What if this? What if that? And then the story continues, and then that's how it worked for me to do the things that I'm doing on RuneScape to develop my unorthodox methods to make money, is and this unorthodox method to run YouTube channels is that if I pull this off, let me put it in perspective for you. If I get monetized on 20 channels, the minimum I'll make maintaining the standard um, monetization is $1,000 a month. The bare minimum. Most channels when they first get monetized make on the low end $50 a month. On the low end. So you know what I mean? Like I don't need to just go look up the stats yourself. And on the high end, they make $100 a month at 1,000 subs. So if I break 20 channels to just monetization, I now make $1,000 a month. Granted, there's a lot of work that goes into that, but that is the floor. Okay, 20 channels monetization. Because think about this: growing one channel may be easier than growing 20 channels, but once you get to 1,000 subs, do you know how to get to 10,000 subs? Is it the same? Getting from 10,000 to 100,000 subs, is it the same as getting to 1,000 subs? I wager not really. Okay, but getting to 0 to 1,000 subs, I'm assuming once you know how to do that, it should be pretty similar for every channel you make. You know what I mean? So that's that. That's kind of the payoff there. But I think I went a little wacky wild here. But anyway, let's. The only other channel worth really looking at, I think, is going to be the Exile. Ooh, Bushcraft is. I have a Bushcraft channel, and oh my god, 618. That's just so wild to me, bro. How did this happen? Just a random anomaly. This is why I love the 20 channels, because you do 20 things and they're all the same just across 20 like you're doing 20 things that are the same and you expect the same result, but you don't get the same result because you think you understand but you really don't understand. And that's why I love this experience as well, because it's like there's so many secrets and mysteries of this whole thing. But yeah, I'm gonna cut it off here. 20 minutes. I took a lot of time away, but I started going off on a lot of tangents, which is what I do, which is why I reserve it for this channel. um Thanks anybody for watching. I hope you whatever. I don't care if you watch personally, but I mean I do care, but if you do watch, please subscribe. This is only day 7. Pretty cool. Feels like it's been a lot longer than 7 days, probably because I'm committing to like up to 20 times more actions, but whatever. I'll catch you guys later.